Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about all the different ways that you can make money in ancient Egypt roleplay on Roblox. So we're going to start all the way from when you first join the game and don't have any Deben. So you're going to see that there's a bunch of rules here. The only free one is a peasant, so you're going to need to start out as a peasant. And when you spawn in, you're going to spawn on the docks. So this is more of a late game money making method. The first thing that you can do is you first need to walk towards the city, and then you can sit at this store here, and sitting at this store is going to make as much wage. You're going to make wages, so every minute I'm going to make however much the pharaoh is paying, and you can see it up here. So every minute I'm going to make 8.25 Deben. The other thing with sitting at the boat store is that you make Deben from anyone who comes up and buys a boat. So the boats are usually very expensive, and this is actually a great way to make money, especially early in the game, because some of the boats cost 180 Deben, so you're going to get upwards of 150 Deben from people buying boats. So as you just saw, I got some Deben from working here. The second way that you can make money as a peasant is to go work in the fields. So you just walk up to the fields here and you walk up to the wheat and start harvesting it. So once you've harvested it, you're going to walk into this box here, and you're going to make about 1.5 to 2 Deben for each time that you harvest wheat. That's also going to make the wheat stored go up, which is going to help feed a people. So once you make enough money, you can go pay 5 Deben over here to become a citizen. Alright, so now that I'm a citizen, I have access to some more jobs, which most of these are a lot better ways to make money. I'll go through them one at a time. So the first one is to make bread, which it looks like there's some people making bread already, but you first want to go to one of these trays and start making bread. Then once you have made your bread, you're going to put it in the oven. Then you take it out of the oven, take it to the other tray, and cut it. And you'll get some Deben once that's done. The next way is to sit at the food store, which makes a lot of Deben since everyone is constantly buying food and drinks from here. Using hammers first. So once you got your hammer, you can start looking around for doors on any of these houses that are broken. And doesn't look like any of them are broken, so I'm going to head over to the palace gate, which usually has some damage to it. Yep, so I'm going to head up to the gate, and then I'm just going to start clicking on it with the hammer to start fixing it. So the better your hammer, the more it's going to do at once to fix it. So as you can see, the normal hammer only does about 5 versus the good hammer does 20. And you get Deben each time you repair something. The next way you can make money is by grooming cats, so you just go up to the cat stand and start grooming cats. Okay, so for mining, the pickaxe that you choose is very important. So I chose the best pickaxe because that can mine all ores. It does cost 50 Deben, so you're going to need to make some money before using it, but it is very much worth it because it can mine diamonds, which sell for about 80 Deben each. So I'm not going to go straight into the mines. Instead, I'm going to buy a horse, and I know it sounds weird to use a horse to go mining, but the tunnels are long enough that you're going to want to use a horse to speed things up. So when you're coming into the cave, you're going to see a bunch of coal ores sitting inside. We're going to ignore that because it's frankly not worth your time. Now there are also 2 tunnels, one to your left, one to your right, and another straight ahead. I personally like to take the one straight ahead, and it can be very easy to get lost in the tunnels, so a rule that I have for myself is that I always take the leftmost tunnel once I'm inside. So you're also going to have that bridge over there. That bridge does break, so you want to go over it as quickly as you can. So we're coming up to the first fork. As I said, I'm going to take the left. Coming up to the first bits of ore. So we have silver here. Silver's decent, but I'm actually going to go for the rubies first because rubies are more expensive than silver and they sell for more. So I'm going to head to the left, ignoring the silver because we can get it on the way back. Alright, we've made it to the end of the tunnel, and this is the spot where diamonds are most likely to spawn. So for now, I'm going to be mining these rubies and whatever else spawns here until diamonds spawn. Remember that you have extra room in your inventory where rubies and other stuff can go. So there is a maximum amount of any kind of ore that you can get, and that's 5. So once you reach 5, you can't mine any more of that type of ore, and that's when you'll need to head back. Alright, so diamonds just spawned in. I'm gonna mine these quickly and then head back because my thirst is getting low. Gold ore just spawned, but gold ore is more expensive than silver ore, so normally I would mine that, but my thirst is running low, so we're gonna head back now. And since I took all lefts coming in, I can use all rights to get back. Okay, so now that we're outside of the mines, we're going to head over to the ore trader, and we're going to talk to him to sell all of the ores that we got. So we got some silver, those sell for 10 each. We did not get any ore this time. We did get rubies, those sell for 40 each, and then we got diamonds, which sells for 60. So all in all, that made, I think, about 400. It does make about 400 Deben for me each run, so that's by far probably the second best money-making method for my preference. The next one that we're going to talk about is boating, which is the thing that I talked about at the very beginning. But before we go boating, there are a few recommendations that I have first. So it helps a lot if you can become a priest, since you want to have a cheap way to make vitality and teleportation bags. However, in this server, the maximum amount of priests has been reached, so instead I'm going to search around for a cheap priest stand, and it looks like we have one here. So I'm going to buy some ritual chalk, an ankh, and some cow blood for vitality bags, and then a bunch of coal powder and a bunch of diamond dust for teleportation bags. Okay, hello, it's future me. So basically the audio got corrupted, so I'm going to be talking over the video now. So first you want to go to the boat store, and then you need someone to sit there. You need to look through the boat list, and then you want to go get the large merchant boat. It's the most expensive, but I already did that. The reason why you want that is because it has the most barrels. So I'm walking over to my boat now. They usually spawn on the far right. Now with boating, you want to check relations. That's the scroll on the left. So, as you can see in the video, the relations aren't that good right now. For some reason, I just don't process all that and decide to go boating anyway. So once you get your boat parked pretty close to the barrels, you're going to head onto the dock, and then you're going to start grabbing those barrels. Each of them costs about 25 Deben, but once you start trading them, they sell for a lot more than that, so do not be afraid to spend a lot of Deben on barrels. Now, because we have the big merchant boat, we can afford to get up to 4 of these, so I'm going to get all 4 of them. Sometimes when you place your barrels too close to each other, they'll fall underneath and they might disappear. You just need to swim under the boat and you'll find them. So another thing is that sometimes people will try to steal your barrels. This is people will really go after you if you try to do this. As you can see, the person next to us has a lot of barrels. I'm not going to take any of them because I'm a kind person. I don't steal from other people. Plus, that's like 100 Deben that they worked hard to get, and you don't want 100 Deben stolen from you, so don't steal it from others. Next, once we're ready to go, we're going to use teleportation dust, and we're going to try and line up our mouse with the horizon for our Haititi. And once you're ready and you have that lined up, you're going to click to use the teleportation dust. Now, in this video, I went a little overboard, and I ended up teleporting inside the map. If that happens, you just need to start sailing towards Haititi. And the reason why we want to go towards Haititi is because the farther you go for barrels, the more they're going to sell for. Okay, so now that we've gotten to the port, we're going to go up and get the boat to be close enough that we can start trading our barrels. You click F if you're on PC to do that, and you get about 136 Deben, which, if you remember, that's a lot more than the 25 Deben we paid. Once we're done trading, we just go ahead and teleport back to the boat shop and repeat it all over again. And yeah, that's boating. That's the best way to make money in the game so far. If you made it this far into the video, I just wanted to thank you so much for watching. This is a relatively new channel. This is actually my first YouTube channel, and I'm trying to see how it goes. I love this game so much, so I decided that I'm going to be making content as much as I can, and with summer break coming, hopefully I'll have a lot more time to make videos. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one if you care to join.